Hello my beautiful reading friends. I'm back after a long time. I hope all of you are keeping healthy, happy and safe. Today I have an announcement to make. Our channel Baby's Blog will be known as English Stories and Practice. If you are new to my channel, I'm your storyteller Annie. Do watch the whole video till the end, because for today's story time, I'm going to read along the most favorite our childhood fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel. If you like this video, then don't forget to share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Then what are we waiting for? Let's start reading. Hansel and Gretel. Once there lived a woodcutter near a huge forest. He had 2 children, a son named Hansel and a daughter Gretel. After his wife's death, the woodcutter had married again. But the children's stepmother did not love them at all. She made them do all the household chores. One day, their stepmother thought, I must find a way to get rid of these children. Tomorrow, I will take them to the forest and leave them there. At first, the woodcutter refused to comply with his wife's cruel wish, but she nagged and nagged until he agreed. The next morning, Hansel and Gretel went to the forest along with their parents. After walking for a long time, they stopped at a clearing in the forest. Children, go and collect some twigs. Take some pebbles to mark the way. Meet us here in the evening, said the woodcutter. Hansel collected some pebbles and put them in his pockets. The 2 children walked along the pathway. Hansel kept dropping the pebbles to mark the way. Hansel and Gretel gathered twigs and went deeper and deeper into the forest. After a while, Hansel realized that he had run out of pebbles. Gretel, do you have any pebbles? Asked Hansel. Gretel said, No, I don't have any. She was scared and asked, Are we lost? Hansel looked at her and nodded. Do not be afraid, Gretel. We will find our way back. Hansel consoled his sister. He tried hard to trace the path back home. Instead, they walked deeper and deeper into the forest. In the evening, it was evening and the children were very hungry. Suddenly, Hansel saw a small cottage at a distance. He cried out with delight, Gretel, look at that cottage. It is made of gingerbread, chocolates and cookies. They ran towards the cottage. Hansel knocked at the door, but no one answered. Gretel grew impatient and cried out, I am too hungry. Let us eat some bread and cookies. Hansel and Gretel had barely started nibbling at the cookies and bread when an old woman came out of the house. She angrily shouted at the children, "How dare you eat away my house like that?" We had knocked at the door, but no one answered. As we were hungry, we started eating your window panes, said the frightened Hansel. The old woman calmed down and said, "All right, children, come in, and I will give you delicious food to eat." The old woman served a delicious meal to the hungry children. In reality, the old woman was a wicked witch who ate children. Hansel and Gretel were trapped. As soon as Hansel finished his meal, the witch took him to the backyard and locked the poor boy in a cage. "Once you get fat, I will eat you," the witch told Hansel. Then she ordered Gretel to cook delicious meals for her brother to make him fat. The helpless little girl obeyed her. Every day the witch checked on Hansel to see if he had grown fat. Now the witch had a weak eyesight, and Hansel was clever. He deceived the witch by showing her a twig instead of his finger. One day the witch was very furious. She cried out in anger, "You are not getting fat, but I will surely eat you today." She marched inside the hut and commanded Gretel to light a fire and put a cauldron on it. While Gretel was lighting the fire, the witch thought, "Why don't I eat her first?" She tried to trick Gretel by saying, "Check whether the oven is hot enough." "I don't know how to," replied Gretel, for she had guessed the witch's wicked plan. Muttering under her breath, the witch crept inside the oven. As soon as the witch had crept inside the oven, Gretel shut the door behind her. The witch died at once. Then Gretel ran to set Hansel free. "We are safe! The witch is dead!" she told her brother joyfully, and the two children were very happy. Hansel and Gretel returned to the cottage and began to pack some food for their journey back home. Just then they came across a huge chest filled with gold coins. Hansel and Gretel filled their pockets with the gold coins and finally began to look for a way to get back home. This time they found their home easily. Their wicked stepmother was dead. Their father was delighted to see them and promised never to take them to the forest again. So friends, I hope you have enjoyed today's story. Till we meet again, take care and bye-bye.